Thank you, Brigadier. Now you mentioned that you could not find any reason why the same photos which were in accused number three's, which were downloaded from accused number three's phone, could be in Kelly's phone. You could not find a reason for that. That's what you just said.
Yes, my lord, but I'm referring to that in the context of the reasonable explanation. For example, let's say a similar picture is found between me and my colleagues who works with me. The reason could be that we've exchanged it. We've sent each other because we work together. I'm referring a reason in that context that I could not find a reasonable explanation in the course of the investigation as to why there will be these common features that are appearing, the links that the experts are referring to, my lord. I could not find, in other words, a reasonable explanation in terms of any relations between Ms. Kelly Khumalo and accused 3, as we are speaking about accused 3, my lord. There is no relationship that I found, whether in terms of her profession or his whereabouts, in terms of where he come from, homeland, phosphorus. I could not find anything that ties or indicates that these people know each other, and because of that, they could have shared certain things, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Thank you, Brigadier. So in your quest to try and find a reasonable explanation on your narrative, now, did you ever consider what I referred to you yesterday as a scientific invention being a boon to mankind?
No, my lord. I mean, in fairness to Mr. MNISI, no, I did not. But that's not how you investigate. You investigate and rely in the search for the truth. You do your best to find the truth. And with greatest respect, not assumption, because I would have assumed. I did not find. Remember, in this matter, my lord, I brought in experts from who works with cell phones. Now, if that was available for some reason or the other, I suppose then the expert would have said, no, this is the explanation as to why this see-through bag is found in these 3 phones. That's not what was informed. That's not the report I got from them. And I relied on that in moving on with the investigation. That's why I'm saying, other than that, me in the course of my investigation, I could not establish link beyond that as to why there will be this link. Let me put it that way, not communication, link. Hence, as I've said, I did not find any relations between Ms. Kelly Khumalo and accused 3. That's my answer, my lord.
Thank you, Brigadier. Let's proceed. Now, you had made a number of affidavits. In other words, you have penned a number of affidavits in this case, others with a view to request for certain information, to be allowed to access certain information, the 205 application, the what is known as the 205 applications. Also penned affidavits when you were applying for the warrant of arrest of this accused, not so?
That is correct, my lord.
Thank you. And the basis of those affidavits will be found in the context of investigation also.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah,
Thank you. Let us go down the trip memory lane and deal with each of those affidavits that you penned. Now, I'll just give you this paper that I have, just for you to confirm in a general term that these are your statements and everything. You see, I take it. It will be fallacious for me to be expected to say, is that your handwriting? Read back to you, as it everything to you, in terms of what the protocol relating to authentication of statements are. Let us just do it in a very intelligent way. I propose, I'm going to hand to you a document which is supposedly your affidavit. Just have a look at it and confirm whether this is your affidavit. And first document is labeled A333. There it is, sir. A333. A333. No, don't read my markings.
No. I wanted to read. This is the part with my statement, okay, so I want to read the contents and understand if I make here.
You can be rest assured, I'm not asking those questions that you see in marked.
No, I just wanted to check the contents of it, my lord. Yes, it is my signature, my lord, and those are my details, my lord.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now, this is a is a affidavit that was written to support an application that was directed to the magistrate to authorize an application in terms of Section 205. Do you still remember that?
Yes, I remember, my lord.
Now, I am just wondering whether I need to read the whole document out, or should I just dwell on the portion that I would want us to deal about, or it will be argued that I am ambushing you if I do not read the whole document, so that you know the background of the document before I deal with those portions that I would want us to concentrate on. May I request the guidance from the court?
No, I apologize. You just told me that you're not going to authenticate the document in terms of the law prescribes you.
I never said that.
I understood you to mean that.
Thank you, madam. Brigadier Gininda,
Yes.
do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do, my lord.
Do you confirm that this document was written by you?
It was typed and signed by me, my lord.
Yeah.
And do you confirm the correctness of the contents of this document?
Well, my lord, I'll confirm that it is my signature, but remember now here, my lord, it refers to numbers, for example, of the accused. So I don't have the profiling to refer them to you, but it is me, and I'll assume what I wrote here is correct because I'm the investigating officer, my lord.
No, Brigadier. It doesn't work like that. You just heard the court that if I do not properly authenticate this document, then it's going to be considered as a pro non scripto. So I want you to say, you know, with a straight face and say, yeah, no, this is my document. It was penned by me. I stand by the information that is contained in the document. It was commissioned before me, and that is my signature. Otherwise, we'll be moving in a. I don't want to be moving on a slippery slope, so to speak.
My lord, I agree. This is my statement. I've signed. It was commissioned by me. It was commissioned before me by my colleague. What I'm saying is that the statement refers to certain numbers,
Yes.
and obviously I don't have the profiling to compare if these numbers are accurate. But I confirm it is my statement. It was signed and it was commissioned, my lord.
You know, we're 7 minutes into this video and we haven't even got to the juice of the questions from MNISI, because MNISI started with a false start. I could easily just delete that all, but you know what? It's entertaining, and we are an entertainment channel, okay? At the same time, learning the ways of the law. And what right here we learned that no, MNISI, you can't do the intelligent verification of a affidavit of the brigadier. No, you're not gonna just hand it to him and he says yes, it's mine, but you know what, the numbers inside, I'm not too sure. My lord said, you don't play with me, don't play with me. And this is like, you know what, we'll start again. Is this yours? Is this your name? Is that your signature? The content and the commissioning. And the brigadier says, well, yes, but you know the number. Why can this man never say yes? Why can this man never say yes? I'm so glad it's Saturday. I'm so glad we also have Sunday, where we can catch a break from the brigadier. I mean, we even have accused number 5 breaking into a laugh because MNISI got the brigadier to dance to his tune. I mean, where have you ever seen accused number 5 break into a laugh? Like, his face really says, I'm Nkabi, and if I'm pointing the weapon at you, you're a dead man walking. But you know what? Let's get into it.
Now that you're saying you're not able to confirm those numbers, how do you then advise that we cross that bridge? Because I want to go into the statement, but because you're saying you're not sure about those numbers, how should we then cross that bridge? Because I don't want later on to come and argue here, you know, with the limping leg. Probably we need to give you an opportunity to go through those numbers and confirm them.
No, my lord, we can proceed. I confirm this is my statement. I signed it. All I was saying, and I'm saying this, I think, with fairness, Advocate MNISI can understand. I do not have a recollection of these numbers vividly to say this number, I got it from here. This number, I got it from here. Because these numbers would have come from profile, because there's a list of cell phone numbers. But I'm not distancing myself from this statement because I signed it and it's commissioned, my lord.
Now, I'm also trying to think about the best way of doing it, whether I need to make a copy available to the court so that as we proceed with the statement, the court is also able to follow what is it that we're speaking about and what paragraph are we. Which is the best way? Thank you. I'm informed by my colleague here that I'm advised by my colleague that we can just go through the paragraphs. Thank you. No, just a minute, because I don't actually want to continue reading, and the court is not in a position to decipher where am I now reading. So, which is the reason why I'm trying to think in a loud way, the best way of actually to go about.
Was that document not handed up?
No, this one it has not yet. But let me confirm with my colleague. But I don't think so. It has not. But at the end of it all, after we're done with this document, definitely I'm going to request that it should be handed in.
Should not be handed up.
Yes, madam.
Okay, fine. I mean, after you have said to this witness, he took an oath when signing that document.
Yes, madam.
He read it, he understood it, and that oath is binding on his conscience. That's what the law prescribes.
Yes, madam.
Yeah,
Yes.
you must put it to him. Because next time, I'll be excoriated in the constitutional court that I let in a document as evidence when it was not properly before me.
As it is the court, madam. Thank you,
Is
madam.
that not so, Mr. Nomad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, madam. Now, Brigadier, this document, it's numbered very accurately. I think the first document is written A333 in bracket 1, the second one in bracket 2, the third one in bracket 3. That is just the Ronio form with regard to the application. Now, your affidavit starts in A333 in bracket 4. Do you see that? Now, as I'm saying, you made a number of documents, you've penned a number of affidavits, this nature, but now I am on this one that is dated on the 7th of December 2020.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you. Now, on page number A333 in brackets 4, let us go to paragraph 2. I'll call it paragraph 2, subparagraph 5. 5, yes, where it starts with the sentence, the witnesses.
I see that, my lord.
Thank you. Now, it reads there, the witnesses stated that one of the suspects was carrying a firearm purporting to be a revolver. This accused was described as a black male with big eyes, dreadlocks, wearing a khaki or a brown jacket or top, and a hat. He was shorter in height than the second suspect.
Yes, I see that, my lord.
Yes. This is the description that you are conveying to the magistrate who had to approve or disapprove this application as being what you got from the witnesses, not so?
That is correct, my lord.
Is this all that you got, the Brigadier Gininda, about the description that you got from the witnesses who were in the house about the description of this person that you are now conveying to the magistrate?
Ikona konke yini okuthola kuchazwa ababengikhona endlini mayelana nalabasola abantu bababona.
Well, I'm not so sure when you say all, my lord, whether is it all in terms of the statements of the witnesses, then the answer is no, because here I was summarizing. It's my statement summarizing what the witnesses have said. It was a summary, my lord. So you were not quoting the statement of each witness verbatim. It's not. It was my statement making an application and indicating what the witnesses have said. So you summarize, my lord. The essence of what is contained here, it is contained in the witness statements, my lord, that there were two intruders. One had dreadlocks, one was short, one was tall, was tall. The issue of the firearm, some witnesses do mention. That's why I said purporting a firearm to be a revolver, because we know that, you know, we've dealt with this issue of the revolver and the expect, my lord. So it's a summary of what the witnesses who were in the house are saying.
You can definitely easily tell when MNISI is up to no good, because hello, he started off, you know, very, very like all over the place, confused, you know, can you verify? They started off with the false start, and I believe he just wanted to disarm the Brigadier and transition into this next topic and catch him off guard. He even handed him his affidavit, which had all his questions, and he tells him, don't worry, those are not the questions. Don't bother trying to read the questions. Those are not the questions I'm going to ask. So after he confirms, Brigadier Gininda confirms that, yes, indeed, this is my affidavit, MNISI then drops the bomb, and he says, okay, cool, let's read it. Okay, let's go ahead and read it. And when they read it, he's reading the description. Okay, he's reading the description that the Brigadier himself wrote down of the accused. And I'm thinking accused number 1. Very interesting. Even, I also didn't see this coming. And the Brigadier pens down and says, these accused described as a black male with big eyes, dreadlocks, wearing a khaki or brown jacket or top and a hat. He was shorter in height than the second suspect. So he describes only the first one. He doesn't describe the second one. Did you guys pick up on that? He also says that the first suspect was carrying a firearm purporting to be a revolver, and this was for his application that he was giving to the magistrate dated the 7th of December 2020. What could he possibly have been applying for in December 2020? Because we know the 5 accused have already appeared in court for the first time at the Boksburg Magistrate Court. This is so interesting, but you know what? This video is already long and I don't want to start a whole... We know the Brigadier doesn't answer in one sentence, okay? So we're going to do a part 2 of this video. I'm so sorry about that, but yeah, I have no choice. With the Brigadier, I've learned that you got to chop the video when you got to chop it, because otherwise it's just a long, winding video. So you know what you got to do. Please remember to like the video, like it, okay, so that I drop part 2, and then we jump straight into what is it about this suspect, this description that MNISI caught the Brigadier off guard with. Because remember, the Brigadier thought this was going to be about the phone numbers. Brigadier thought this was going to be of the phone numbers, so that's why in the beginning he wouldn't confirm that this is his statement, because he says, I'm not sure about the phone numbers. MNISI doesn't even ask about the phone numbers. Isn't this interesting? Ooh, I can't wait to start the next video. Let's go ahead and end this one. Let's get into it. And that is it from me today, okay? Go ahead and like this video, share, like, comment. You know the Donnies. Okay, let me drop it here.